Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the strength free-to-play Yamcha, that is the Predatory Wolf of the Gale strength Yamcha, and how he does after his recent Extreme Z Awakening in DBZ Dokkan Battle Global and on JP. So we're going to be taking a look at just how good Yamcha is. Now, one really cool thing about Yamcha is that he has the guard capability under certain conditions, but he does have it, which, as you can imagine, is pretty cool. So Yamcha is a DB Saga lead of 77%, or a strength type lead of Ki +3 and 50% attack and defense. He, on his super attack, greatly raises attack for one turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. He has 150% attack and defense, plus an additional attack and defense of 120% when performing a super attack. He gives all superclass allies Ki +1 and attack and defense of 20%. When there is a Gale's category ally on the team, he has an additional defense of 150%, and starting from the 5th turn of battle, he will have an additional Ki +2 and attack and defense of 30% for superclass allies. He also launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. He will guard all attacks when there is a Gale's category ally attacking in the same turn, which is pretty good. Honestly, it makes him look really solid. He has Flea, Infighter, Solid Support, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance, the Dragon Balls, and Shattering the Limits as his link skills, and he's got Dragon Ball Seekers, Movie Heroes, DB Saga, Worthy Rivals, Earthlings, on the Friendship and Earthbred Fighters as his categories. So in terms of his best linking partner, he's got a couple decent ones, but obviously your main priority is to have a Gale's unit in the same turn as him. Now where he really succeeds well is that we obviously have the strength Bulma youth, who, although not sharing a huge amount of links with him, still shares a decent chunk of links with him. So that's really good. He shares decent links with the strength Chi-Chi, with the tech free-to-play Bulma as well. But the highest priority is probably the LR Bulma youth. They share solid support, incredible adventure, guidance, the Dragon Balls, and he gives her support and she gives him support, which, you know, is always something you value. You can see here just how good his stats do look, and you know, honestly, considering the fact that he has guard, it's pretty solid numbers. You have 4.8 million, very solid in terms of attack stat. This is not his fully built up attack stat either. So 4.8 million, looking pretty solid defense wise, sitting with around about a solid chunk, around 190,000. Obviously we have a sizable chunk of support on this rotation. One nice thing about the DB Saga team is that a lot of the best units on it just have great support. For example, running him with the Bulma means he's always going to have a huge amount of support. You have one of the best floating / main rotation support units in the game in Physical Kid Goku. You have the Int DB Saga free-to-play Bulma, who's a great support. So you've got plenty of really good supports. You can see here this is a fully built up Yamcha. So this is probably the best you're going to see from Yamcha. He's got pretty much everything here he needs, plus a whopping, I think, 80% support here. So pretty good stuff. And he does show it. He does, you know, he's showing out very well in terms of attack stats. 6.7 million, really quite solid. So Yamcha's good. Obviously, you know, being a free-to-play unit, low stats will always hinder these units in the long run of the game, but I think Yamcha's got a lot that makes him really good. He's got the support capabilities, he's got the guarding capabilities, he does decent damage, he has built-in additionals. Because of that, I would say you want to go crit on Yamcha. I do think crit is probably his best build. Additionals don't get you much. Getting additionals with Yamcha just kind of raises your attack, whereas crits will help him really do some big damage with those attack stats, which I think overall for Yamcha is probably best case scenario. I think, you know, that's kind of like the situation you want him in, you know, to have those really beefy attack stats. In terms of link leveling and just links in general, He's got some interesting links. Flea's not great, Infighter's okay, Solid Support's decent. Incredible Adventure and Guidance of the Dragon Balls are going to be your priority links, and understandably so, they're pretty decent. And then Shine the Limits, obviously a free-to-play link that just most people will prioritize. So for Yamcha, link leveling is not a major concern. You do get a decent amount from like Guidance of the Dragon Balls and Incredible Adventure, but it's not like you gain a huge amount. Now Yamcha does link decently with like I said, the free-to-play bomber units or the LR, so you do get a decent amount from linking those two together, just it's not entirely necessary. But I mean, you do get a decent amount, so I don't want to say don't link level. I just think don't bother link leveling Yamcha. It's not like you get it's not like you get insane stuff from link leveling Yamcha. You just get a decent chunk from link leveling Yamcha. With that being said, I do think at the end of the day, Yamcha is a good unit, and even with or without link leveling, I think he's a great addition to anyone's box, especially if you're looking to run a DB Saga team. I think Yamcha's in a really good position. I think he's an incredibly solid unit, and I think he does his business. Infight is okay. It's fairly common amongst his best linking partners, but I think you should probably just focus on Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Incredible Adventure, and Sharing the Limit, and you'll get enough out of those that you won't really need the other links. Like I said, he provides a lot of support, especially from the 5th turn onwards, so all of a sudden he just looks, a lot better in that regard. But I would say overall, Yamcha looks pretty good. Flea is probably the most unimportant link that he can have. It's a pretty decent link, but it's just a bit unimportant. But yeah, I would say overall Yamcha's a good unit, a very good free-to-play unit. I would highly suggest picking him up and grabbing his EZA. He provides good utility, he's a good tank, especially with the Pepe Gals unit on the team. And with the LR Youth Bomber now, he's got plenty of options. That's it from me. Bye.